Each September, awareness, equality, and inclusivity is promoted through the recognition of Deaf Awareness Month. Throughout September, awareness on deaf language, community, and culture is raised on a global level, but many at OU are bringing deaf awareness to a local level.
So today we are here tabling in support of Deaf Awareness Month, and we are just trying to spread the word of deaf culture and the deaf community. So we're handing out flyers today, and we are also displaying 4 different posters that were created by students in the deaf culture course here at Ohio University.
The tabling event hosted on September 26th provided an opportunity for students and faculty of the College of Health Sciences and Professions to share information on deaf culture to all who stopped by.
So in the past, we've just done social media efforts to spread the word about this, and we've actually mostly focused on World Hearing Day, which is in March. So we thought this would be an opportunity to have an event in the fall and an event in the spring as well.
The tabling event provided a place for students and staff to interact, including Professor Lori Woods, who is a full-time deaf employee at OU. Although she teaches many ASL classes, Woods is always looking to educate on communicating with deaf people.
So here are some important things for you to know. If I'm walking and somebody else is walking toward me, it's really important to make eye contact with deaf people. That's how deaf people communicate while they're talking. You know, for example, if somebody breaks eye contact, that might show that they aren't interested in the conversation. If you want to communicate with deaf folks, you can write back and forth, you can use your phone and send messages. You know, you might say, "How's your morning going?" Or "Good morning," and I would sign back, "Good morning." And then that's also a moment for me to teach some sign language. There are many folks here in this building who are very motivated to learn sign language. So again, if you're communicating and you don't know sign language, you can write back and forth or you can text. Lighting is very important. For example, if it's dark, you know, I get left out of the conversation. So it's important to remember that lighting needs to be good. Got to turn the lights on. That's important. Just like if you think about restaurants, for example. You know, you want to go on a date, you want to go out to eat, we get to the restaurant's dark. That's not great for communication with deaf folks. You got to look for a well-lit restaurant. And also, when you think about candles, you know, it can't be right there in front of you. That'll be a visual blocker, so you got to make sure it's off to the side. When you think about the menus, you know, think about how hearing people place things in the center of the table. Those are communication barriers for deaf people. You know, the ketchup, the mustard, the salt, the pepper, all those things are always in the middle of the table. You got to move those out of the way so that you can conversate with each other. I think that's really important to think about when you think about Deaf Awareness Month.
Learning about how to interact with deaf people, along with deaf culture and community, extends way past the month of September and into the classroom. The School of Communication Sciences and Disorders recently introduced a new certificate program.
It's called the Professional Deaf Resource Liaison Certificate. So this certificate allows you to learn more about the language, but also the community and culture, and the development of American Sign Language.
Despite being a new certificate offering, students are already sharing positive feedback.
So I decided to get the certificate when they created it because I had already taken, I think, about half of the ASL classes that are required, and then I saw, or I'd heard from my professors a lot about how important ASL is for deaf children to become literate, and as someone who wants to become a librarian, like, literacy and helping people enjoy reading in general is something I'm passionate about, so I think that I will use a certificate to help connect with those deaf patrons.
In addition to the certificate program and many classes offered, there are also clubs working to raise awareness all year long, one of which being the ASL Club.
We meet every other Tuesday here in Grover West 126 from 7 to around 8-ish, so you should come check us out. We do a lot of fun stuff with ASL, and you can have no knowledge of ASL and still have a lot of fun, or you can know a lot and have a lot of fun. So,
from classes to clubs and awareness events, there certainly is no shortage of education on deaf culture. For The Post, I'm Cole Patterson.